Hey everyone, Chris McPherson here. Ooh, it's been a long day, folks. Believe me, it's been a long day, both for Jerry and I. And Jerry and I are both here. Um, we just wanted to have a discussion tonight, and we really don't have a topic. We just said, you know what? Let's have a down-to-earth discussion about Dubli and Dubli Network. Why we're so excited about it. Just kind of having off-the-cuff discussion. Wherever it goes, it goes. And, it may be something, maybe we have an answer about Dubli or Dubli Network that if you're researching the company or trying to figure out if this is a business for you, or even if somehow you find this and you're looking for a new opportunity, maybe you learn something. And we have absolutely nothing scripted. That's how Jerry and I operate sometimes, which makes it fun. I mean, it's, I had a long day on one of our construction sites, making sure our crews were running right. Jerry had a big day. He's doing a big remodel up in Portland, Maine, where he's from. Or actually, you had to drive out of Portland, didn't you, to do your job?
Yarmouth. Yep, to Yarmouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about a half hour.
Right. So we had a long day, but one of the things about this business that we really enjoy when we're not working on our marketing materials and say Facebook ads and blogs and all that stuff is we just like to get together and hammer ideas back and forth. And this is one of those fun things because you really don't see it with some people building a business where they just kind of, come on and just have general discussions. And that's something Jerry and I like to do. And it hopefully for all of you that are watching, it kind of makes it feel, just down to earth. There's no pressure. There's no hype. We're not trying to convince you or pull your teeth out telling you this is something you got to do. It's just something fun we're having, that we do just to make it easier for people to make choices if this is a business for them, or maybe learn something about the business they didn't know before, even if they're in the business. So I don't know, Jerry, what are your thoughts? How should we start this? You got any ideas? I mean, we're both super excited about Dubli.
Absolutely. So, well, I just wanted to put some things out there. Obviously this excitement's carrying, through us. Our energy's carrying through other people around us. Like my mother, for instance, I told you she doesn't have a computer, or she doesn't really like using computers and everything. But the excitement she's getting from me, and she's used Dubli before, and I showed her the savings that she was getting. She was amazed. So it was like, now when I keep talking about it and how I'm talking about it with facts behind it, it's just adding to the avalanche that's going to happen when the platform actually launches for us. So all I'm saying is we just have to keep up our energy, because our energy is right on point.
Well, yeah, I agree. Sorry, Jerry, I'm laughing because it looks like the guy behind you is pouring coffee beans all over your head.
Yeah, I wish. Make it rain.
Yeah, well, this is like, I don't know, maybe it's like a CNN interview and you're like some guy and part of a gang and you're willing to talk or something because you're kind of like hidden in the dark, but that's all right. That's all right. Everyone can go to our channel and see who the real Jerry is. And some of
my real name.
Yeah,
my real name is not important.
Well, I'm just laughing. See, people, you can have fun. Seriously, you can build a business and have fun. I mean, I guess this is kind of like water cooler talk in a traditional business or something, but you get limited time to do that, where here you can do it all the time, even when you're being serious. So, but no, the excitement is true. And, let me give a little story about when I had first got into Dubli, and, obviously had to get the blessings of my wife to, start the business, and showed her what it was all about. And she's, as she should be, very close to her mom and dad. And her dad was with one company his entire career. I mean, he's 82 years old now, but he was with Martin Marietta for 40 or 50 some odd years. And so he comes from a background of, a big name corporation, and comes from a philosophy that, you should be going through traditional business structures as your profession. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, so when I'm getting into a business like this, where you're literally getting into a home-based business, and it's got the network marketing infrastructure behind it. But we could go in that in detail and say we're so different than traditional network marketing because of our product service. But anyway, with him knowing about that, he was really, really hesitant about, me pursuing something like this and trying to earn an income for the family. What he didn't understand is I wasn't going to quit my job right away and go full time with this. And I'll tell you what, if anybody watching this, if there's one message that you can get from this video, is that never expect to come into any home-based business, online marketing, network marketing, direct sales, affiliate marketing, or anything, and feel that you can leave your traditional business, whatever you're doing, right away. It's not going to happen. I mean, literally, if you're smart about it, you're going to stay in that business for quite some time while you're building up your business. And I've got a philosophy, even building my Dubli business right now, that until I am doubling my income per month, I won't leave my traditional business. Now, my traditional business is a family business, so it's a kind of a different story than some of the struggles other people have. But my philosophy is until I'm making double of what I'm making now, which is quite a bit of money. I mean, I do pretty well. Until I do that, I'm not going to, literally fire my family and say, okay, I'm out, and now this is what I'm doing. And so the lesson here, if the point that you should all take is, please don't come into any business, whether you even associate with Jerry and I down the road or come into any business. If you find someone else or whatever, don't let them tell you that you can basically go fire your boss within the next month or in a very short time frame, because it's not going to happen. And so go in with the right expectations, knowing that it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of effort and a little bit of work before you can get to that stage that you can replace your income and be comfortable and know that that income continually is coming in before you can quit your job. Now, that's a long story about my father-in-law, but what he didn't like, so he felt that maybe I was leading down the wrong path and that financially I was going to negatively affect our family, in our financial situation. Well, what he didn't understand is, first of all, I wasn't leaving my other business just to pursue this 100% right from the get-go. But so he was kind of negative about it. Now, the amazing thing is once he started understanding what our product and service was, he actually started using it through me, and now to this day is referring customers to me, telling them they have to use this because of the amount of money they save. Like, they've had to buy a new washer and dryer, and they've had to buy a new TV, and they had to buy some new car tires and things like that. And I've got them probably over $300 cash back within that time period, and they can't believe it. They're shocked that there's a company that will do this, that you can literally, where the merchants are paying you some money back to come to them for their services or products. And now he has gone from a person that thought I was going down the wrong path to one going, wow, what an incredible business model this is. And so that's just kind of a testament, like you were saying with your mother, and she's seeing the excitement. She understands the value now. I had obstacles I had to overcome as far as my in-laws, and I've done that, and they see the light, and they're actually really excited about what our future holds now. So exactly like you were talking about with your mom, Jerry.
Yeah. Now, you saying that, Chris, I mean, it sheds a light on how society actually portrays this industry, and as a whole, they have that same perception. They're very negative about it because it doesn't follow the traditional business model. And that being said, you get that resistance that we constantly get. Remember the story I shared with you, and I'll share it with everybody else. Back in 1997, that was my senior year in college, and I told you it was like everyone just saw Godzilla I'm running towards Godzilla. Everyone else is running away. And I'm wondering what the heck everyone's doing, right? And they were all saying that they were, because that was the first year of the internet and email and all that stuff, and, World Wide Web. And someone had mentioned something about email, and I just remember how I sounded like a retired senior citizen. The way my thought process was like, oh yeah, no, I don't do that stuff. What's that? I was so against it. Didn't know anything about it, but I was so against it just because I didn't know anything about it. Ignorance on fire. That's what I was.
Yeah,
and
well,
then,
I was going to say that's because your mentality at the time, well, it was your senior year in college. And if people don't know, there's something about Jerry that a lot of you obviously don't know. But he was the starting center basketball at his university. So he was on campus, and he's saying this to people. So I imagine how that went over.
But yeah, I'm just telling you. So it was an eye-awakening experience. So that being said, this industry has a lot to offer a lot of people. It could offer everybody, if their dreams and aspirations are in line with, their efforts, they can get what they want out of it. They honestly can. But at the same time, if they're unrealistic, you're basically just tossing a penny in a pond and wishing and hoping something's going to happen. It just doesn't poof, and there it is. You really have to work this business. And you and I obviously know what it takes to work this business. We're doing it now. We're a product of our product. So that being said, we're putting forth the effort, and not just the effort, but we're also seeing the results. We're enjoying ourselves. Everything's starting to come into play and to fruition with you and I of how things are working out and how things are starting to flow. And it's going to carry on to the people that we work with. And that's what we want to portray. And that's what we want to bring to the people that work with us. That same attitude. It's mental. You're increasing your mental capacity of opening your mind to new things and to new horizons, because this is the wave of the future. If people are not seeing this, I mean, it's obvious. Let's just, for example, I know Best Buy at one point was talking about it at some point. I know they did. They closed down some of their retail stores nationwide. Why? Because their internet sales were crushing it. That's why. You and I look like geniuses because we're already in the game. And everyone else is just hearing about this and they're shocked about it. We weren't shocked. We knew it was going to happen because, let's see, I'm a Best Buy principal, and we're sitting at the round table with the board of directors and the CEO. Whoa, online we made this amount of money, and then our in-store fixed costs are this, and this, so our profits are down the fourth quarter. Let's see, what are we going to do here? I think we're going to have to shut down some stores. We're going to have to lower our operating costs. Let's go with the online because we're doubling our profits. It's a no-brainer.
No, well, really, I'm laughing not because it's funny, but because it really is. And that's, I think one thing people don't realize in this day and age, I don't care what our economy looks like. I don't care what the politicians are doing right now because everything's a circus. But the internet has opened up so many opportunities for an everyday person. You do not have to have a master's in online marketing. You don't have to have a master's in business management. You don't have to have a master's in economics to actually use what the internet offers. And the leverage and the capacity to communicate instantly and the capacity to be able to sell something to anybody anywhere around the world instantly is changing things. And so the opportunities are so, I truly believe, with what we're doing with Dubli, it's absolutely enormous right now because of the trends of e-commerce and mobile commerce and where we're headed right now. But I don't think we can all truly recognize how huge this is going to be in the future. I mean, the technologies that are still to come about that we don't even know about now, and probably no one's even come up with yet, and the way these technologies and how they're going to integrate with the way we do everything in our everyday lives just opens up windows of opportunity for anybody. And you know, the amazing thing to me, Jerry, is when I'm looking at the home-based business and affiliate marketing and network marketing, the people that are really, really being successful at this are these younger generations who grew up with, you know, video games and cell phones in their hand and using computers. Like my son, when I have computer problems, he's 13, he can solve most of my computer problems because he's basically, I would call a computer genius. But this is just what they're learning at school, because now they're all learning, they don't have notebooks anymore, they have Chromebooks. Yeah. They don't use pen. You should see my son's handwriting. It's terrible. 13 years old, and I'm like, dude, that looks like you were in freaking second grade. Well, I look at the way I type, and so it's just a completely different environment. And if you fall into the environment of where we're heading and the trends, opportunity is everywhere, and people need to wake up and realize those opportunities are there. And you know, with our company Dubli and where we're headed and their vision and their plans for the future, and you know, some of the things we've heard that they want to bring on down the road, maybe a year down the road, some of the things they're going to do, it will just absolutely change the way people do things, especially purchasing things online, and the amount of money they can save doing it, the efficiency. I mean, the excitement is there, and it's incredible. And businesses are looking at it as well. So just like you said about Best Buy, yeah, hey, if everyone starts shopping online, why are we going to have a physical store? We got to pay property taxes on that. We've got to pay this. We got, you know, our utility bills, our lighting, you know, we got to hire all these employees. We got to do this. Well, you take those costs away. Literally by taking those costs away, you've doubled your profits because you've taken that off the expense side of the equation. And it's absolutely, I mean, so it's super exciting. And, you know, so let's get into a little bit about Dubli and why we're so excited about it. I mean, do we have to have we carry over within our shopping community and the way people can shop with us at all the largest merchants, and you don't have to change your buying habits or anything. We're over 1 billion products. Are you not happy, Jerry? You do not have to have physical inventory sitting in your closet or your garage or somewhere, and you're trying to, you know, sell it off to anybody who will buy it from you. Hasn't it changed things, the way our company and the product and service we have to offer?
It most certainly does. But to answer your question, what garage? What garage? You know? Oh man.
What, you don't want a garage?
No, I don't have one.
Well, for you people that live in condos and all, yeah. Oh, I've got a garage that is full of freaking toys, and my wife is telling me I've got dirt bikes and golf clubs and RC cars and you name it, and I'm getting in trouble because I took away her workout room and all that. Anyway, we're way off topic, but that's me, Jerry. Sorry, folks.
It's all good.
Hopefully, if you're just laughing at us and you watch our videos, just laugh at it. Hey, go right ahead. We'll enjoy the traffic. But, you know, the reason I say that, though, Jerry, is because our product is technology, and our service is giving people the ability to do what they're already doing at all the favorite places that they're already doing it, but yet save a bunch of money. I mean, the fact that I can go to Sports Authority if I want to buy, or I should say, I play TaylorMade golf clubs. That's what I use. That's what I've always used. I'm one of those, you know, it's like people that I'm a Ford guy, I'm a Chevy guy, whatever. I'm a TaylorMade guy when it comes to golf. So one of the merchants within our shopping mall is TaylorMade. Well, the great thing about that is I can go buy the same golf clubs through our shopping portal directly through TaylorMade. And I can spend $1,500 for the set of golf clubs I want, but I'm going to get 10% cash back. That's $150 back in my pocket. Now, if I go down to Sports Authority or any of the big golf shops or whatever, I'm actually going to probably spend about $1,600 because I got to pay all the sales tax and all that. And I'm hoping that they've got the custom set of clubs with, that fit me right, where I can personalize, customize my golf clubs through TaylorMade. But I can save all that money. And if TaylorMade's got special coupons or limited time offers or whatever, I can stack that on top of that. And not only that, I can take out my Capital One credit card to pay for them and get cash back on my credit card because my credit card offers me 1.5% cash back. So the 10% from TaylorMade plus the 1.5% from my credit card, plus if they have coupons at the time or promotions or limited time offers, I can stack these all on. And man, I guarantee you, all our customers, myself included, because I am my number one customer. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. My wife and I, in the last year, have put over $1,600 back in our pocket, cash, that otherwise would be in the hands of the merchants. And not only that, because I'm a business associate, I've made about, I think, $47 for myself in commissions off of just my sales, off of me being a customer, because I'm a customer in my own business. But that amount of money, it's just when people start understanding how much money they can save, and that extra money is now in their pocket. I mean, it physically comes back to you and goes into your bank account. That extra money at the end of the year can pay a mortgage payment. It can pay a car payment. It can pay for the family vacation. When people start understanding what this business can do for you, it's going to be incredible. And here's the one thing, Jerry, that I love, and then I'll let you take over for a while because here I am being a rambler again. But the one thing that there's several things, okay. Several things I love about Dubli. One, I don't have to have inventory. Two, we have a huge market because if someone's a consumer worldwide, they're a customer. They can be a customer. Once they're your customer for life. I don't have to go sell them each month. Okay, you need to renew. Once they're my customer, they either use their mobile app, their browser tool, the SaveMate, or go directly through the website, whichever way they prefer. They shop at all their favorite stores, buy whatever they need that day, and they just continue to do it, and I continue to earn off them. I don't have to continually chase them down and say, hey, you need to do this again. You need to do this again. You make sure to pay for your auto ship. It's none of that. They just start using it, and most of my customers don't even know I'm in the business behind it. They just think I'm a very happy customer because I am a very happy customer, and I don't have to sell them on it because they think I'm just a customer that found it and I'm just sharing it with them. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. And what I truly, truly love about Dubli is, as you know, Jerry, our customers build our business for us quicker than we can build it ourselves. Because if we bring in a personal customer, there's a customer referral program in Dubli where if they invite their friends, family, coworkers, peers, whoever they want, and invite them to Dubli, and they sign up, not only will that customer get a small incentive, cash incentive for bringing in a new customer, but their customers, their referrals, their friends who signed up as a customer become my personal customer in the business. And I begin in traditional network marketing, in rare cases, will you ever not see where customers are bringing in another customer? It doesn't happen. They become a customer, they like the product, but they are not literally out there saying, this is so freaking amazing, you have got to start buying this and become a customer. Where ours is completely different. Our customers build our business quicker than we ever can. And when you have that growth and that viral nature to it, man, is it exciting. I'm going to let you take over for a little bit because I am just freaking rambling, but I'm excited.
It was good rambling.
Good.
So I guess the angle that I'd like to talk about is, I want to explain that Chris and I have both been in traditional businesses and are still currently in them where they're more localized businesses. We're not traveling out of the state. There's no cross-continental type of business for us. It's right here in our general area. In most cases, no more than 200, 300 miles away from home. when I look at this business, Dubli, I see the power of reaching across the world and bringing other members from other countries and other ethnicities and bringing them together into one community, one large shopping community, and everyone benefiting from everybody's activity. And that's the real super power of Dubli in businesses that are similar to that, because things that were not, able to happen before, they're right here in front of our eyes, and they're waiting for us to just grab hold it and ride it like a Bronco. Like that one, Chris, like a Bronco, Denver.
Here you go, Bronco.
And, that's what's so amazing to people like Chris and I, because our reach is so much further through technology and through the internet. And, what we don't realize, in America, everyone's always talking about America's the best. America's the best. When you actually do the numbers, America is not the best. By the numbers, they're not the best. Economy-wise, they're not number one. You look at other countries and they're ahead of us and they're constantly growing. It's not to say our economy's not growing, but as you and I both know, our economy has been stunted by, when gas prices go up and, certain factors play into how we spend money in our country. In these other countries, it just seems to be that m-commerce and e-commerce is taken right off, and it's like they never look back. It's growing massively, and their economies are just exploding. Take a country like Brazil. You take a country like India. China's taken off, and Japan. And it's amazing. And so that being said, like I was telling you the other day, my brother's retiring from the military. He's in Germany. He's been there for a good portion of that 23 years. So you imagine if I have him reaching out over there in Germany before he takes off, plants a few seeds and watch the trees grow. That's amazing to me. What this business does for, people like you and I, it actually it adds clarity to you and I's vision of why people could potentially become self-made people financially versus the people that don't see it and they get kind of left behind because they don't take a risk, like we were talking about, that risk versus reward. And it adds some true clarity because the concept is beautiful. I mean, it's like poetry in motion. And it's like mastering the instrument for us. And once we master that instrument and get it out, to the different channels, the multi-channels, that's when our eyes are going to truly open and our pupils are going to lock tight and they're going to be focused, laser focused. And that's amazing to me because, like I said, life's never been so easy. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy right away. It definitely is not. And nothing's been easy up to this point. What I am saying is that at some point, that easy button's coming, and it's all a matter of timing. It's like it would be like a everything into one at one time. And we're falling into place and we're putting the pieces of the puzzle into place right now. And as we continue to do that, it's only going to get better and better and better and easier and easier and easier. So
you made a good point there, Drew, because basically there is going to be a place where with us in our business, and for anybody that came into the business or will come into the Dubli business as early as we are in it, and with such a huge market, there's going to be a tipping point where all of a sudden it just happens. Because when I was just talking about your customers building your business for you,
yes,
there's going to be a tipping point where literally all of a sudden you couldn't stop it if you wanted to, right? And I already have customers, because in the back office, when you're a business associate with Dubli, you have this incredible back office where you can run reports, your customers, all that. I have customers in Europe, and I have absolutely no idea how they showed up. Did they find some of my marketing materials or something, or were they an acquaintance, a friend, a family member of someone that came across their mind, 3 months ago or whatever? But I've got people from Europe. I don't know who they are, and I'm making money off of them, and they'll never know who I am. But they don't care, because all they care about is, wow, look at the money I'm putting back into my family's pocket every time I go shopping. And there's that tipping point. And that's what makes this so exciting, because it's not easy, because you gotta put your infrastructure together to get the message out. And for some people, it's as easy as going into their community and going to PTA meetings or going to their kids' sporting events and just, sharing this with people and saying, I just went and bought, my son new hockey gear and blah, 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 whatever, and I saved freaking $150. And they're like, well, how did you save $150? Well, let me tell you, it's this company, blah, blah, blah. I'll send you an email with the link. You should really start a free account right now. And then boom, 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 and they do the same thing. And next thing you know, you can't stop the growth that you started just through a few customers. But now, like Jerry and I, we're going to be running our funnels and our Facebook ads and all kinds of things, bringing in as many customers as we want. Well, those customers will be building our business for us, because the value's there, and they're going to, and the minute the customer gets in and start using it, and they start seeing the money that they're putting back in their pockets, they're realizing the value behind it. They can't help but share this with their friends and family and everyone they know. And getting that nice little cash incentive for having them sign up, even for free, is a nice little perk. These people are just going to go crazy. And, there will be a point, probably several years down the road, where if someone wanted to come into this business and you say, hey, have you ever heard of Dubli? Well, yeah, of course I've heard of Dubli. I've got the app on my smartphone, it's right here. I use it all the time. Oh, dang it. It'll be that point where literally it's going to be tougher to build a customer base, where right now, if you went out on the street right now, if I went, into Aspen, right down the road here, and started talking to people, hey, have you ever heard of Dubli? There's a good chance that I could talk to 1,000 people that have never heard of it. Maybe by slight chance one says, oh yeah, I use it. I love it. But we're that new, and our brand name recognition isn't there. But it's us as business associates. That's part of the fun thing, is we're building up the brand name recognition. And as you're building up the brand name recognition, you're helping your business grow, and your customers are growing, your customers are spreading it. I kind of look at it like Facebook. When Facebook first came out and people were saying, hey, you got a Facebook account? No, I don't need one of those. Hey, you got a Facebook account? No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want to do that. No. And now here I've got several Facebook accounts. I got my personal account. I've got one that I use for marketing and business. And yet hardly any of us live without Facebook now. How many times do people check Facebook on their smartphones all day long now? But that was the thing. People, it took them a while, and there had to be enough people telling them, hey, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? To realize, well, I guess I need one now. Well, when you have enough people telling you, man, you're wasting money if you're not using this. If you are not a member of the shopping community, you are wasting money. And after they hear it enough, everyone's going to be doing it. And we're at the timing where we have the opportunity right now to just start bringing these people in. And like I said, because the customers can build your business for you, I've never seen anything like this in the home-based business, where your customers are going to build your business faster than you ever could. And I think that's where we somewhat end this video tonight, Jerry, because we've kind of rambled, and the only other thing I would like to say is, if anyone really wants to know more about Dubli Network, what we're doing, what Jerry and I are doing, or you've got questions or anything, in the description underneath this video on our YouTube channel, which you can find us at Chris and Jerry, that's our channel. You can find us there. You'll see in the description underneath all of our videos, we have an email, which is chrisandjerry411@gmail.com. If you send us a message, any questions, whatever, we're going to get back to you as soon as possible. And maybe you want to know more about the business. Well, Jerry and I can get you on a private hangout or webinar or whatever, and we'll walk the business, the entire business thoroughly, so you can make an educated decision. We'll put you right there in front of us. You wouldn't have to be in a group setting or anything. We'd be more than happy to share our phone numbers through the email and have phone discussions, whatever it may be. We're here to help anybody out. If this is something they want to do, Like I said, if you have any questions, if you're already a Dubli member and you've got a question, send it to us. We'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Jerry and I are pretty much an open book. So with that said, Jerry, why don't you come back on and finish it up?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you all for listening, and hopefully you learned and gathered a few nuggets along the way today. As Chris said, that we were just kind of,
it was totally random and off the cuff.
yeah. But you know what, though? As you guys can tell, it doesn't matter whether, it was off the cuff or, planned and organized. Chris and I are very passionate about this business and what it's going to do for our families. And that's why we're committed. And we hope that if you decide to make a decision to join our team and join Dubli, that you'll make that same commitment, because when we do that together, this is going to be a force to be reckoned with, without question. So that being said, I want to thank you all for joining us this evening, and hopefully everyone has a good evening, and be thinking ahead. Think for the future.
All right, man. It was good having you on again, as always. Everyone, have a great night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're watching this. And remember always to live as epic as you can. So that's it. Let's get out of here. See ya.